Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We're going to be trying out the newly Dokkan Awakened LR Trunks and Broly, probably one of the most unique units we've ever gotten in Dokkan, just because of how, I guess, different and big of a crossover it is, which of course you can obtain them from the quest mode. They're of course fully rainbowed out, not quite level 10 links just because they only have recently dropped, what, like a day or two ago. I also forgot the LR Vegeta and Nappa EZA was dropping yesterday, so that's gonna have to come tomorrow instead. But this is literally like one of the first free-to-play units I've used in probably like years. Because a lot of them, they aren't very useful anymore. Like, there's no point using them because, I mean, I guess it's kind of speaking for myself. I don't really care. Like, you're not really gonna use them. Like, some of them are good, but they all have very low ceilings, whereas these two, just off the back of their Dokkan Awakening, are very good. And of course, you know they're bound to get an EZA, like Vegito Blue got an EZA that came from quest mode. When it comes out, who knows? I mean, it'll probably end up coming out after the Global and JP sync. But at some stage or another, at one point or another, this LR Trunks and Broly will end up picking up an EZA, and they're already very good again off the back of their Dokkan Awakening. So when they get an EZA for a free-to-play unit, they are generally, I mean, they're kind of already viable for difficult content as it is. You know, maybe not so much the 9th anniversary content that's going to come out, but right now they're actually somewhat viable, which next to no free-to-play unit is anymore because of how difficult content is. But that when these two get their EZA, because they're already runnable in difficult content now, I can only imagine how good they're going to be once they get it. So they actually link up fairly easily. You know, they have good common links like Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepared for Battle, Super Saiyan, Legendary Power, even Saiyan Lineage, Shattering the Limit, etc. So we do have them linked up with Vegeta and Trunks. Start a timer on a 238k attack stat, 148k defense. We are going to 18 key super, which is good. They do raise attack and defense by 30% on 18 key, and they do the same on 12 key as well. I'm with a 4.4 million attack stat, not too bad. Again, this is a free-to-play unit, so do keep that in mind. So that's actually pretty decent. I love their animations as well. Big crit, 3.1. And an additional. Like, they look decent, but they also just, again, it's the novelty of the unit. It's Trunks and Broly tag team and Adon. When was you gonna see that apart from like when you play Budokai Tenkaichi 2 or 3 or Rage and Blast and then just had like done a team match? Like, you don't see it, or like in Fighters. They do start with key +4, attack and defense +100%. They do randomly change key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres as the first or third attacker in a turn, which does help them, being their own orb changer, which is they do gain key +2 per rainbow key sphere obtained and gain an additional attack +20% per rainbow key sphere obtained. Now, realistically, in, you know, actually using them in like Red Zone, maybe even Shadow Dragon Omega, you were to like really put them to the test, are you often going to put them in slot 1? No, because, you know, they're a free-to-play unit, so they're only going to do so well. Even if they did have guard and damage reduction under the sun, like loads of it. They do have damage reduction, by the way. But even if they had like, unless they had almost 100% damage reduction, they're not really going to go in slot 1, are they? So as a slot 3 unit floating, they're actually going to work really well. Especially getting to super attack first. But being their own orb changer to get the key they need, or the extra key +2 and extra attack +20% per rainbow keys for obtained. Very nice. They also launched 2 additional attacks, each which have a 30% chance of becoming a super attack. So not the biggest of chance, but just having the possibility to super attack at least 3 times in one turn, raising their attack and defense by 30% each time, along with having the potential of a 4th from the potential system because you can rainbow them out for free, means a good amount of combined damage. Overall, especially if you crit along the way, again, you can rainbow them out for free, so that crit is very likely. But then you get a decent amount of defense chucked on as well. They also have a 50% chance of performing a crit So again, any crits you hit along the way. They also gain an additional attack and defense plus 40% on super, and they gain an additional attack and defense plus 31% and damage reduction by 8% within the same turn with each super attack performed. So you're going to want to be having those fingers crossed and probably a lot of your potential system filled up with additionals, so you can potentially super 2, 3, maybe even 4 times to get as much as that 8 damage reduction as you possibly can. Yeah, we'll do this because I'm looking at all the tech keys first. So if you super attack 3 times and the potential system doesn't pop for you, that's still going to be 24% damage reduction, and realistically these guys are going to go in slot 2, but probably slot 3 if you're going to use them properly. You know, if I am going to try these in Shadow Dragon Omega or Red Zone Fusions and Masu, I will put them in slot 2 just for content's sake. So, you know, getting yourself 24% damage reduction and possibly 30, 60, 90, maybe even 120% defense after supering 3-4 times. Again, it's very solid for a free-to-play unit. You know, even if you super attack 4 times, that's still a total of what? 32% damage reduction? With all of the extra defense they're going to get from supering. So as I said, off the back of Dokkan Awakening, for a free-to-play unit, they are very good. And as I said, we haven't seen a free-to-play unit that's probably this viable. I mean, they are additional supering right now. We're getting a ton of that damage reduction. We super attack, what, 3 times? So that's 3 30% attack and defenses and 24% damage reduction. So again, the amount of combined damage they can do, very good. As I said, they have a 50% chance to crit along the way from their passive as well, which means even more damage, even more defense, and more importantly, a lot more of that 8% damage reduction they get per super attack performed. As I said, this is only their Dokkan Awakening, and they're already viable in difficult content, which you don't see from free-to-play units a lot nowadays. I mean, they're probably viable in SBR and ESBR, but where a lot of us, really want it to matter, which is Red Zone, or currently on Global Shadow Dragon Omega. You know, I doubt any free-to-play unit is going to be on this level. I mean, maybe after their EZA, sure. But the 9th anniversary content now that JP has, eventually that will be the new standard on Global as well, especially once we're synced up in summer and worldwide. We haven't seen a free-to-play unit this viable in the current meta of content outside of SBR and ESBR, which a lot of people have kind of stopped caring about, so it isn't the benchmark anymore, hasn't been for years. We haven't had a free-to-play unit be able to compete like this in a hot minute. And to see it is quite nice, because again, everyone can obtain this unit. All you have to do is play quest mode. You probably already have the incredible gems stacked up from over the years. Even just by link leveling, you probably have the incredible gems ready to like pick up the copies you need, get another copy to, you know, feed this one SA20, then also pick up the Awakening medals. There hasn't been a competitive free-to-play unit in years. They also do have an active skill, which I haven't actually seen, so this is going to be the first time I see this, where they gain Ki plus 20, attack plus 60%, and attacks are guaranteed to hit for 1 turn. Which isn't too bad. So it does mean you're guaranteed to hit an 18 Ki super, which is good. And then the attack plus 60% is nice, some extra damage along the way. The attack's guaranteed to hit, also very nice, because there are units, there are enemies like Omega Shenron, etc. that do dodge. Let's pop this. Again, I haven't actually seen this. Oh no, I have seen this. I'm lying. I have seen this. Is when they will give them their energy. But these are Dokkan original animations, and they look very good. This art style that Dokkan's got for these two also looks amazing. Like, if you told me, right, if I didn't know this came from Dokkan, if I didn't know Dokkan existed, I would have thought this came out of some Dragon Ball Z special. That's how good the art style on their animations looks. So we can actually get a decent few rainbow key spheres in the corner there. We can get 4 in total, which means, I mean, the extra key plus 2 isn't really important right now because we've got 24 key. But there is an extra 80% attack we're going to get per rainbow key sphere obtained. Or in total, because we did get 4 of them. So we should be doing a little bit of extra damage this turn, again with a 50% chance to crit, those 2 guaranteed additionals with each a 30% chance to additional super. But I can't wait for this unit to easy A. I mean, they already get key +4 at the start of turn if they bump that up. Crazy. Attack and defense plus 100%. I mean, you're looking at like 120, maybe more. 10 mil! That's off the back of their active and the 4 rainbow key spheres, but 10 mil on a free-to-play unit. You see what I mean? You don't get this from free-to-play units in Dokkan no more. They don't hit this hard. I mean, I kind of meant that figuratively, but also literally. They're never this good. We've just seen over a 10 mil attack stat 7, then a 9.5 off a free-to-play unit. I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised. When LRVB dropped back in the day, he was also very good. It's just nice to see a free-to-play unit this competitive, this viable, because as I said, you just don't see it. And it's just such a sick novelty. You know, they have very good common link set, decent passive off a Dokkan Awakening. Again, this is they're gonna get an easy A. So eventually we could see an extra attack and defense plus rainbow keys for obtained. Maybe more attack. Maybe the chance on the additionals could go up to 50. They already have a 50% chance to crit. That doesn't even need to be touched. You know, maybe they get more attack defense on super. Maybe they get more damage reduction each time they super attack. Maybe it goes up to 10. Maybe it goes up to 12, which is even better. Cannot wait for this unit to easy A. Their active skill is pretty good. Their conditions aren't bad based on the content we're going to be getting from the 9th anniversary, but right now not the best, which is when HP is 40% or less, or starting from the 6th turn, which is a little bit late. But I mean, if you are using them, maybe you won't fly through fusions and mastery too quickly. Even their categories are not bad. As a 200% lead, Time Travelers is very good. Double Trunks may be a little bit risky here and there, but still very good. Super Saiyans, very good. Full Power is decent. Connected Hope's not bad. Power of Wishes is very good. Joined Forces is solid. Entrusted Will's not bad. I mean, they have some very good categories as well. But yeah, from a free-to-play unit, these guys are absolutely amazing. Cannot wait to see when they easy A and what ends up changing because they're already insane. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, should I say, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.